on the lot, dancing with the baddest bitch. Diamonds dripping on my chest, now we glow up in this bed. Double cup, I'm feeling good, time to gotta hit the switch. Resurrected, lit it twice, bitch, I had to take a trip. Got the paddock on the lot, dancing with the baddest bitch.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video here. This is Pedro Fame, back with another video here. This one's actually going to be a little different. It's going to be a sports video today. This is going to be an NBA breakdown, early season preview looks of who I think is going to be a breakout stars and award winners. And I have them here on my computer. I'm going to go ahead and also put this up on in the video as well, and you guys will see the different players as well. So I'm talking about, you guys will see them throughout the video here as well. But I wanted to go ahead and let you guys know we're on the road to 100 subscribers, so please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. This definitely means a lot to me. I want to do this full time. So if you're new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like button, comment down below what you guys want to see. Like I said, we're on the road to 100. If we get to 100, I'll do a giveaway. All right, so make sure the like, subscribe button. We do card. I'm gonna make it really specific. We're only gonna do cars. We're gonna do cars. We're gonna do sports, and we're gonna do music here. So those are the three topics that we're really gonna get into. We're gonna see different videos with different things. Make sure you guys comment to see what you guys want me to do a video on. So those are going to be the subjects of the videos. That's what I'm going to put it as. I came back with a purpose, with a reason, and this is the purpose and reason that I'm going to come back with. I might do a separate channel just for shoes and other things like that. So if you guys do want to see that. But to get into the video, let's start off with the Breakout Stars. So the Breakout Stars, or this category, is going to be people I think this season who are really going to shine and are going to break out of last year's mold into a new mold this year, and letting you guys know where their potential is going to be at. I'm going to break it down for you guys. May throw some stats and some points on averages out there that I think they're going to average this season. So you guys go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, like I said, and we're going to get into this. So the first one I'm going to go ahead and do is pretty obvious, Zion Williamson. Reason being, I say he's going to be a breakout star because we saw him as that, but we also saw a lot of inconsistencies from him, mostly due to the minutes restriction and him getting hurt a lot his rookie year. It just really hurt his ability to be out there at times. He did average 25 points per game, so that's fantastic for a rookie anyways, in about 33 games that he played in about. But for going forward this whole season without minutes restriction, you're going to see him balloon. I believe he will be at 27 points per game, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists a game consistently. I don't know if he'll get average a block a game, but I think he'll average 0.6 to 0.8 blocks a game. And I do think he'll average close to a steal a game as well. He's an absolute monster on the boards. He's going to average more than 55% from the field goal range, just because he's going to be all over the paint, really honing in his game there in the paint. He can do a lot of post-ups. He's an amazing transition player. That's when he's most deadly. He can also handle the basketball. So he's definitely somebody you're going to see absolutely wreak havoc in the league. And you're definitely going to see him vault up into the top 50. I would say top 12, honestly, players in the league that you would really, really consider. So that's my first one. Number 2 is going to be Michael Porter Jr. Reason being is because, to me, he had an outstanding season at times. He was exploding in points. He could score on all 3 levels. He's 6'10". He got ball handling skills. Plays like a guard out there. Looks absolutely fluid and really good in motion. And I think now, again, with another full year of being healthy, being able to play out there this whole year, he is going to really rise into a top 25 player in this league. He is definitely on his way. I expect him to average anywhere from 17 to 20 points per game consistently. I don't know about the rest of his stats making it really out, just because of how the team is set up. So he may not get a ton of assists. He may not get a ton of rebounds. Hopefully he does help more on the rebounding side, because they did lose Mason Plumlee and Grant, people that are great defenders and great rebounders. So I hope he definitely can get into that type of mold of at least getting 8 or 9 rebounds to go along with his points, just to show that he's at least out there giving effort on there. He needs to become a better defender, perimeter defender, mostly being able to guard better. He needs to put a little bit more effort into that side. I think he definitely will. I think his stroke will definitely get down packed this year, and really expect him to vault into the top 25 players in the league. So watch out for him. Next person is De'Aaron Fox. Now, De'Aaron Fox is a really, really tricky situation because unless De'Aaron Fox's shot falls, he'll never reach the status that I think he could reach, which is top 20 player in the league. He very well could reach that, but his shot has to be the person, has to be the indicator of that. Without that shot being able to go in like he did in college, he'll never reach. He'll never hit it. He'll never get in. He could be top 30, maybe top 25, but he'll never be in the top 20 because the inability to shoot consistently threes and have a perimeter threat of De'Aaron Fox really holds this team back. Also, he needs to make better decision makings. I've seen him way too many times be sloppy with the basketball. There's way too many times where he doesn't take over a game when he desperately needs to. And there's just hesitations by him sometimes. I just really think Luke Walton is not the head coach for this team either. This team needs, really honestly, it really needs a coach that's been on a part of a championship roster and that can really help mold these guys to get into it. I mean, the Kings should already be ready for playoff. There should be no reason in my mind with a team with Bagley, Buddy Hield, De'Aaron Fox, and you're telling me you can't make it to the playoffs with a bunch of slew of veterans and now adding Hassan Whiteside, and you can't make it to the playoffs? The playoffs? Like, can you at least make it to the 8th seed? So that's just something that they really need to work on. I know they're in a tough Western Conference, but they need to find a way to make it in there. I mean, Luke Walton will surely deserve to get fired after that. I don't know why they fired their last coach. I mean, he did an amazing job. Of getting them almost to the playoffs. So I don't understand why they would revert to this. But regardless, they need to do better. I think somebody else really needs to show De'Aaron Fox, look, shooting is a big priority for you. You need to get into that. So hopefully he does, but I predict he will. Talon Houghton Tucker is another person that I think is going to be somebody who's going to break out. Not break out in the sense of these other guys. These other guys are going to be way far ahead of being a level starter. He's not going to be even a starter yet. I predict him to be 6th or 7th man on the bench. I really think he's going to be a really big asset. He's been averaging almost 30 points per game here in the preseason. So he's 25 or 30, one of the two. In preseason, he's been absolutely balling out, loving his energy, loving his skills, loving the fact that LeBron James came out and told the story of how he found Talon Houghton Tucker. So I think he is somebody who needs to find consistency, minutes, and just be an energizer bunny every time he gets out there. Be a spark for us. I think he will. I think he'll be averaging anywhere from 8 to 12 points per game. I think he'll give us a couple rebounds. Don't really think he'll be giving us assists, mostly because that's not really his game. His game is more really ISO-oriented. But that's fine at times because sometimes we just need somebody to go out there and get a bucket. When LeBron James is on that bench, we need somebody to just go out there and get a bucket. And he could be that guy for us for sure. Somebody else who I think is really going to break out is R.J. Barrett. He had a really rough rookie year, had coaching switches. It was a horrible Knicks team. I mean, he had no opportunities to succeed in any point in time during that year. So I think really him being with Tom Thibodeau will really help R.J. Barrett play well, be consistent, be there, be the leader of this team, because he is the best player on this team. Regardless of what anybody says, I love Mitchell Robinson, but he's not the best player on this team. The best player on this team is R.J. Barrett, regardless of anything. He is the best player on this team. He will be the best player on this team going forward. They need to make sure that they really put the people in places around him that can really help. Like shooting would help big time if they could get that, if they could really help him with the shooting around him. He's an absolute great drive and kick guy. He can absolutely pass the ball. He needs to stop doing some of the weird passes he does. Sometimes he does like some over the top passes that he doesn't need to be making. Make the simple passes. He does that quite often too. So he's really good at assisting. He's honestly really great ball handling. His thing is he just really does too much. So really hope he can get better in that category there. So next person I'm going to go ahead and talk about is Kevin Porter. My man Kevin Porter at USC. I absolutely loved him at USC. He was an absolute great player there. I know he kept coming off the bench to start. I don't know why they kept putting him in and out like that, but he was absolutely balling. Then he balled a little bit out in his rookie year. Cleveland saw a lot of potential, a lot of flashes out of him. I think he's really going to be something of a force to watch out for sure. Somebody that's really going to put himself in a good position because he can do a lot. He can score. He's a pretty big kid. I mean, at 6'4", he's pretty good. I mean, he has great ISO skills. He has a great ability to get in and out of the lane. He can pass a little bit as well. His biggest thing is how can he grow that passing? How can he grow the ability to be more than just a spark scorer? So that's just something that he needs to grow along with his effort on defense. Next one, OG Anunoby. He's going to be somebody who is going to put a lot of pressure on defenses with his shooting. He's going to make sure to let you know that he can guard you defensively as well. He's somebody that I 100% believe will be somebody who's going to be a regular starter on a daily basis for this team, for the Toronto Raptors, and moving forward on any team, he's going to show that he could be a starter. He's definitely somebody who can play an exceptional role. He's a little bit more of a little bit better than a role player at times, and I really hope that he can really show that this year. I think he will, as long as he can show some other skills other than shooting and defense. So he needs to get into the lane more and slash a little bit better and get some more free throws. Next up is Cam Reddish. I believe in Cam Reddish. He showed lots of flashes in Atlanta while he was there. He had games of 20-plus points. So, I mean, he's definitely capable of it. And I think he's definitely going to go this season and show a little bit more flashes of that to show that he can be a starter in this league. Now, honestly, I believe he will be a starter in this league. He's absolutely a great shooter at times. He's a little bit streaky, so that's just something he needs to work on. But he's absolutely great at getting into the lane. He's honestly a good passer. He definitely has long enough arms to play defense. He needs to get more into the effort side of things because he has the tools and technique to be a good defender as well. So as long as he does that, he'll definitely be into the starting rotation. Next is going to be my boy Keldon Johnson. That man is a leader. I know for Kentucky, he was a leader sort of, and he kind of showed it, but for a disappointing Kentucky team. But more than anything, he is a leader. He is definitely a leader. He can score the basketball at times. At times, he is a dominant force that can take over. I think he's the person that I think Greg Popovich needs to lean more onto. And he's more of a vocal leader than he is a quiet assassin. So I think that's where Greg Popovich needs to come in there and make sure to hone him in, get him to be that leader of this team. Without one right now, you can't move forward with LaMarcus Aldridge and DeMar DeRozan. You know that. Not a very good team to put out there on the floor. You're not really going to be in the mix too much. Their games are just past them at this point. The game is just past their skill levels and what they're going to be. And so it's just better if you just make sure that Keldon Johnson is put in a great situation to lead this young team moving forward. And then last but not least, Ja Morant. Now I know Ja Morant had a great Rookie of the Year season. Was absolutely great, epic player. I think he's going to vault himself into the top 12, top 10 players in this league by the end of this year if he can make sure that jump shot's consistent and he continues to play and continues to show the effort on defense and lead some wins, lead to some more wins. Like he should have made the playoffs last year, collapsed. That was something that he has to take hold of because that's something that he was a part of that he allowed to happen under his watch as the captain of that team. So he definitely needs to show, that he is capable of leading his team to the playoffs, which I think he very well could. So for Ja, I expect 20-plus points per game. I expect dang near 10 assists a game. Good defensive number, at least a steal a game. Just get that shooting percentage up. Make sure that you're consistent with the shooting stroke. And then so here are the big ones, the award winners. So this is going to be a big category. So make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the comment. If you guys write in the comment section what you guys predict. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys some time here. I'm also going to go ahead and name off a couple of names for you guys so you guys can go ahead and put in the comment section what you guys think, who's going to win these awards and why. So for Rookie of the Year, right now I have no particular order, but these are just the players that I think that are going to be in the running for this award. It's going to be LaMelo Ball, absolute tremendous passer, absolute tremendous player, can absolutely play one or the two position, can score and can pass and can rebound. Something that definitely is a great tool to have. His only issue is he has to find a shooting stroke. He's absolutely god awful. Even in the preseason and in the Australian League, at just shooting threes. It just looks so hard for him for that ball to go in the basket. So that's something that he needs to adjust, something that he needs to put in a lot of time and effort into, because until he does that, he can't win Rookie of the Year without that. So that's just something that he needs to go ahead and continue putting work in, continue making sure every day that he understands those mental reps of, hey, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it. And it'll come straight to him. Cole Anthony is another person that I think could help win this award. Now, he's going to have to overtake Markelle Fultz in order to become Rookie of the Year, because if not, he'll be 6th or 7th man on the bench. And I don't think 6th or 7th man on the bench has ever won Rookie of the Year. Could be wrong, but I believe that's the truth. So, Cole Anthony, he's the number one thing that he needs to show. Pass. Show up. Be able to get some assists, 4 to 5 assists a game at least. Score at a good clip, and anywhere from 14 to 17 points per game. Play some defense. That is the key for Cole Anthony. That's the key for Cole Anthony to be mentioned in this award and possibly win this award. He needs to do those things consistently. He did not show that enough in North Carolina, and that is the biggest problem with him. He tried to be a hero every time in North Carolina. Pass the ball. You get the ball movement, the ball will find its way into the hole. Keep the ball moving. Get assists. Don't worry about your own Superman-like skills. Next, Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards, same thing, but a bigger player, so that's why he was able, given more leeway to do this. Too much hero ball, too much I'm going to pull up and shoot on your face type thing. Stop with that. Get the ball movement. You have teammates that will guide you to more wins. The number one thing for Anthony Edwards to win this award is honestly show up, score, and play some defense. That's your number one thing. Those are your 2 things. If you can do that consistently, average better than 16 points per game, and average decent field goal percent numbers, get a good amount of rebounds, play some defense, and Anthony Edwards can definitely win that award easy. So those are my Rookie of the Year top 3 picks there. Let me know what you guys decide in the comment section below. And then we're going to go ahead and head over to Defensive Player of the Year. One of my favorite awards to see who wins this. I thought last year should have been Anthony Davis, with Ben Simmons being second, third Giannis, honestly. Obviously, we saw Giannis, AD, Ben. But I think this year, my 3 are going to be Ben Simmons, because he's absolutely the best defender in the league when it comes to being able to guard 1 through 5, and he's absolutely terrific at it. Anthony Davis, and then Marcus Smart. Reason why I put Marcus Smart over Giannis, because I don't think Giannis is going to worry too much about trying to be the Defensive Player of the Year. I think now he's focused on trying to get his team to a championship, whatever means that is. So I think Marcus Smart has a definite chance to be in there. He can absolutely guard and lock up anybody. He's definitely going to have a great opportunity now that he's going to start on a regular basis. So I think this is definitely going to help him more than anything else. So I think that's something that he really needs to go ahead and show, that he can lock up anybody in this league. Anthony Davis, keep doing Anthony Davis things. I mean, we saw that in the finals. We saw that in the playoffs, that he should have been Defensive Player of the Year. So just keep doing that, and you're going to have a great shot at winning it. Ben Simmons, did what you did last year. Keep showing that, and you're going to have a great chance to win the award. Guard positions 1 through 5, be able to get some blocks, to be able to get a lot of rebounds, deflect some shots, make it hard for them to even get a shot off on you. So next, most improved player is going to be, I have Michael Porter Jr., RJ Barrett, and OG Anunoby. So people from my breakout list, I went ahead and put in there for most improved player. Michael Porter Jr. is likely going to be probably the leader in the clubhouse. I've seen a lot of people pick him for most improved player just because of the Nuggets situation, how they're going to need him to step up big time. So he's going to have a big role. So I think that's why you could see that. But I think I also think RJ Barrett's in the mix, because for a bad Knicks team that's still bad this year, what if he could get them to 30 wins, 30, 35, 40 wins? How crazy would that be? How much would you have to say RJ Barrett wins that award? How many wins do the Knicks have to get for RJ Barrett to win that award? That's the number one thing I think you have to see going forward, and I think the Knicks will see that going forward for sure. And for Comeback Player of the Year, I have either John Wall or DeMarcus Cousins, the 2 Rockets players. One of these guys will win it. I mean, coming back from terrible injuries, like John Wall is out for 2 years. DeMarcus Cousins has been injured for the past 3 years, consistently getting injured. So I think he's definitely has something to prove there and playing with his brother John Wall. I think that's definitely a move that has to have happened. So I'm glad that they're playing with each other. One of these two wins the award. Depends whoever plays better when they're winning that award. I don't really think there's anybody else really in that conversation that's going to be with them. For the most important award, most valuable player, MVP. MVP. I have Kevin Durant coming back from that terrible Achilles injury. He will definitely have a huge shot at winning this most valuable player. He is Durantula. So, I mean, he just has to show out and be Durantula again to have a great shot at winning MVP this season, I believe. LeBron James, being consistent is the number one thing for LeBron James. If he can be consistent on a day-to-day basis like he was last year, I think he actually will win this award if he can be consistent like he was last year. You have Kawhi Leonard. Reason why? They lost last year, embarrassingly. All the stories are coming out from the Clippers about the treatment and everything like that. He's tired of hearing it. He wants to show up on ball. He wants to shut LeBron James up about winning a championship. So he's definitely going to be a man on a mission this year to get a great record, to get a great position to win. And then you have Giannis. Giannis will always be in this MVP conversation just because of the numbers, absolute certain numbers that he's going to put up, and his ability to win games in the regular season consistently will get him in the race for his third MVP. Anthony Davis would be running for his first. Same thing with Kawhi Leonard. Kevin Durant's running for his second MVP. LeBron James in the running for, I believe, his fifth. So watch out to see who wins that award. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys tuned in this far, make sure to hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell. We're on the road to 100 subscribers. Once we get there, I'll go ahead and do a giveaway for you guys. All right, so have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.
I had to take a trail, F41s for the white tee. Basic book bitches like me. New drink is them excited. 2-seater bitch, I'm sliding. Ain't had no pot to piss in. Shoot my